Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, a new video. Got to be honest with you guys, I might be struggling a little bit with this one. I'm just freestyling, doing back-to-back daily videos here, cherry picking the subjects, and hopefully again it'll be take one. I'm going to make the argument that maybe there's a health crisis. Maybe there's always been a health crisis. Maybe it's part of the hero's journey. You might not be in a health crisis, or you might be. You might not even know that you're right smack in the middle of a health crisis. What is health, right? How do we define that? It's different for me and you and everybody. I understand that, right? And what I call a crisis, you might not call a crisis. It's all in the eye of the beholder. But I think it's an interesting subject, and I'm going to take you through it. First of all, I appreciate the company. Thank you for tuning in. Please leave a like, leave a comment, all that stuff. Remember that. We're doing daily videos here. We're trying to build a community from the ground up, right? And I would like your perspective too on some of this stuff. Anyways, men's health. It kind of, you know, maybe I want to start off by talking about possible identity crisis, right? Because I think socially we evolved really quick, right? Because like I got a beautiful wife. I love my wife, and we're watching a James Bond movie from the 80s, and the lady's in his arms looking for guidance, looking for safety, and it kind of got to me, well, they don't do movies like that anymore. And how blessed am I that my dear wife, I like to think, still can crawl under my wing and look for guidance. But as do I. And that's what it's all about. It's 2023, and I want to talk about, let's just go ahead, even though you might not be in a, let's go ahead and talk about, let's call it a health crisis, identity crisis, right? I think as a man, maybe even as a woman, we are on a hero's journey. We should make it a hero's journey, but understand that the hero's journey goes through hell, levels of hell. If you're lucky, make the right decisions, survive, you come out a hero on the other side. And so in that light, I could address the maybe some kind of identity crisis depending on where you are on this hero's journey. Let's say you're single. A lot of people single these days. A lot of people single. Maybe a lot of people at that point in the journey where they're struggling getting themselves in that picture that they build up, because society has, because that's what I'm talking about, this image that we've been spoon-fed throughout the 70s and 80s and even up in the 90s of relationship and what it means to be a healthy man, and what it means to be a healthy woman, what it means to be in a healthy relationship, has very much changed, and we got to define what it means to be you. What does it mean to be you? We talked about it in previous videos, how to search and find and put yourself in a super position. Hopefully you guys are staying fit and firm. But I think it's interesting, because part of the problem, I think, is that image that we have of how it should be, how things should be. And then we compare. We've seen an image, and now we got reality, right? And then we use that to maybe cancel moving forward, right? Because I think a day should be moving forward. You should be moving forward, and you should be doing it with love and care and in a positive light, right? And if you're telling yourself that you're not hitting your goals, you're not getting this image that you put up of yourself, you set the bar too high, right? I want you guys to move forward. I want myself to move forward. And I want to share with you what I do. And I think when you wake up in the morning, you got to have that perspective of moving forward. So, being physical is a good hack to do that. And if you're not, that will come at a cost. Practice, we talked about that before, gentlemen. Practice and discipline. So does that make sense? That I think part of the crisis is that we look at these, our images of what it's supposed to be and what it is not always right on this hero's journey. So putting yourself in a position where you understand that and focus on your growth, because I think we punish each other. I think that's what men and women do, and they do it to each other, and we do it to ourselves. Maybe we delay becoming a hero. We delay becoming a hero because it don't live up to our expectations, right? Does that make sense? We have these distorted images of how it should be, and then it's not, right? I think history has shown a way more conservative communities, right? And now we live in polarized world that is that when it comes to men's health, by the way, because let's talk about women, right? And women are doing their thing, and so are men. But yeah, I think Hollywood is just as much showing a distorted image of what it means to be a man as they're showing what it means to be a woman, right? And 2023, right? Remember that, it's 2023. That's the whole thing. Watching James Bond with my wife, that James Bond movie from the 80s, made me realize how much we're not in the 80s, right? 2023. So remember that. You got to be moving forward and stay with that, right? And then put yourself in a position where you don't have an identity crisis as a man, right? As a man. It's really about who we need to be in 2023, right? Who do we need to be in 2023? Because we shouldn't hold on to anything, be it men or women. I think that's part of this supposedly health crisis, identity crisis. Men's health is very much being clear about what it means to be a man now, because understanding that changes. And that hero's journey is a long, hard road. These daily videos I need to do, and I'm saying this because I just said long, hard road. I am so sore from working out today, and the weather is not too bad. I miss live streaming terribly, and hopefully we can get something rolling here with these conversations. This one is a hard one, like I said in the beginning, because I feel like I'm kind of saying that you're all not healthy, right? Because that's what we all define. But then I think we can also realize that in general, there is some kind of identity crisis always, right? There's always an identity crisis somewhere. Might not be with you right now, but on your journey, probably you can relate that there has been, and maybe there should be. But what is the goal? What is the goal? How do we define that, right? And then stay on it, right? With practice and discipline. Because I don't like that. I don't like one bit that there's a supposed health crisis in men's health crisis. I don't like that one bit. I think we should pull ourselves together, gentlemen, and be the best we can be on this hero's journey. You know what I'm saying? On this hero's journey. How about a live stream where we play some backgammon? We haven't had time yet, but me and the missus, we got a game of backgammon. And I was thinking, because we got this table, we could move it back here, and we could sit here. And maybe we do a live stream with some backgammon and this beautiful view. But yeah, let's stay fit and firm, and let's make a better video tomorrow, right? Any ideas? I want to motivate. I'm going to finish it here, boys. Much love. Bye-bye.